What's going on, guys? We're somehow through 9 weeks of the NFL season. Today, we're talking about 3 teams. 2 of them have already made an appearance on our channel. 1 is a newbie. We're talking about the Colts, the Packers, and the Seahawks. I'm going to start off with the Colts. Now, the Colts obviously lost this week against the Pittsburgh Steelers in a manner in which a lot of people thought was confusing, which, well, sadly to say, I kind of expected this to happen at some point. Now, the Steelers' defense hasn't been playing well. We all know this. They've actually been a topic of conversation around the league of how poor they've been playing, especially being the highest paid defense in the league, just not living up to the standards you're expecting from a Pittsburgh Steelers team. And everybody's surprised. 5 turnovers from Daniel Jones, 6 in total. What's going on? A lot of people expected Daniel Jones and this Colt team to just run through the AFC, to just absolutely dominate people, because that's what they've been doing all year. Jonathan Taylor, MVP candidate. Everybody's so excited. Everybody thinks that the Colts are doing amazing. And yeah, don't get me wrong, they're playing very well. But there's a lot to be concerned about. A lot to be concerned about, specifically in one position, and that is the quarterback position. I love a good story of a quarterback struggling in one spot, going to a new place, and playing very well. Unfortunately, though, there's usually a reason why these teams have gotten rid of that quarterback. Now, Daniel Jones obviously did not play the best with the Giants. Daniel Jones obviously had some turnover issues with the Giants. And ultimately, the Giants decided to move on from him. And frankly, it was a good decision. Now he goes to the Colts and he's playing very well these first couple of weeks here. And then all of a sudden, this game, again, 5 turnovers. Now, a lot of people are surprised. Well, should we be? Here's the thing. Most of the time, quarterbacks are going to tell us who they are with or without good coaching. Now, obviously, coaching in the New York Giants hasn't been the best. They, frankly, bad coaching decisions, badly coached team. And so, you're hoping that Daniel Jones, going to a new place, better coach, he's going to be better. And he has been. The thing is, though, again, quarterbacks tell you who they are generally through the first 5 years of their career. If a quarterback is good enough to win a Super Bowl, you can tell that in the first 5 years of his career. Daniel Jones never showed that. In fact, Daniel Jones showed that he wasn't good enough. And the Giants almost got rid of him, but he had 1 good year and then they gave him a contract. And they brought him back, and then obviously, bam, he didn't play good enough last year, and so they got rid of him. And so now we're here. We're here with the Colts. And the Colts are talking about extending him to this long contract. And what I said a couple of weeks ago was, he's not the quarterback for you guys. He's not the quarterback that's going to be able to help you win a Super Bowl. If you're going to win a Super Bowl as the Colts with Daniel Jones as your quarterback, it's not going to be because of him. In fact, it'll be despite him. You will not win because of him, because he's going to go out and he's going to have a 5 turnover game. He's going to go out and show you all of the bad things that he was doing with the Giants, because that's still who he is. Now, yes, the coaching staff has put him in a position where it's been hidden. The coaching staff has put him in a position where he's been playing very well. But just like Sam Darnold last year, he's going to go through stretches of looking really well. Really well. But you're going to get this 5 turnover game, and that's exactly why you cannot extend Daniel Jones to a super long-term contract worth a lot of money. He's just not worth it. If you can keep him on a lower contract, kind of like what you have now, yeah, you can build the team out around him, and you might be able to win despite of him. But you cannot win because of him. And that's why you have to be very careful with these teams. That's why I'm not picking the Colts to go to the Super Bowl this year, because I know when it matters most, Daniel Jones is going to go out and have a 5 turnover game, just like Sam Darnold did last year. And frankly, why the Vikings did end up moving on from Sam Darnold. Now, again, I think that was a mistake, because I don't think the Vikings have the quarterback for them. Now, if you can sign him for a contract where he's not making top-end quarterback money, the Dak Prescotts, the Patrick Mahomes, stuff like that, then good. But you should move on from these guys, because they show you they can't win. You know this because you've seen it. It's very rare where a quarterback will show you who they are and then will change what they are, will change how clutch they are, will change what they do in pressure situations. It's very rare for that to happen. So unfortunately for the Colts fans, if you're going to win the Super Bowl this year, it's going to be despite of Daniel Jones, not because of him. Because he's going to go out and he's going to have these 5 turnover games. Now with that being said, you did improve your defense. You went and traded for Sauce Gardner from the New York Jets, and that's going to significantly improve your defense. Sauce Gardner is a great cornerback. He's going to do very well there. He's going to improve your defense. And frankly, it was a great pickup by the Colts. They needed help on defense. This is a great move for them. But I still have my concerns. I still think that Daniel Jones is going to show his true colors like he did in this game and is ultimately probably going to ruin the Colts season in the playoffs, unfortunately for them and for their fan base. It's a great story, don't get me wrong, but if you're going to win, again, it's despite of him, not because of him. That's why you have to keep trying to find your franchise quarterback. Daniel Jones is not going to be it for them. Speaking of another quarterback that I talked about in the last segment there, with the Seahawks now, Sam Darnold. Now, Sam Darnold had a fantastic, and I mean absolutely fantastic first half. He went 16 for 16, 282 yards, and 4 touchdowns against the Washington Commanders in the first half. An absolutely perfect game. Could not have played it better. The Seahawks fans are super excited. Did they make an improvement over Geno Smith? Yes, definitely. Sam Darnold is a much better quarterback than Geno Smith. Everybody in Seattle is excited, but again, I caution you. Look at what happened last year with the Vikings. I'm telling you, when it comes down to it, Sam Darnold is going to show his true colors. Sam Darnold is going to come down back to earth, and he's going to play like he has shown you to play. He's going to make mistakes, and that's okay. You know, not everybody can be a Tom Brady. Not everybody can be a Patrick Mahomes. But that's why you can't sign these guys to top-end deals. That's why you have to build your team to where you win despite of them, not because of them. And the Seahawks are trying to do that. They also made a trade here at the deadline, and honestly, it was a great move. Get another weapon for Sam Darnold. The player they trade for, Rashid Shaheed from the Saints. Shaheed is a great talent. Shaheed is explosive, and frankly, I think he's going to fit perfectly with the Seahawks. Give Sam Darnold another weapon, and honestly, it just makes his team even better. Again, though, I caution you. Wait for the playoffs. Wait to see what Sam Darnold does then. Wait to see if he actually has changed his colors, or is he the same guy that we even saw last year, where he led the team to a fantastic record, but then started to fall apart at the end of the year. Unfortunately, I think that's what's going to happen. But again, the Seahawks are trying to build the team to be able to win despite of him, not because of him. And that's what you can do when you have quarterbacks on not super high contracts like the Cowboys and other teams. Frankly, I think this makes the Seahawks one of the most deadly teams in the NFC. I still don't really believe in the Eagles. I know they're making trades as well, but that offense scares me. If they don't get the offense changed around, they're not going to be able to do it. So again, Seahawks are up there. And frankly, right now, it's a lot of the teams in the NFC West are very deadly. I mean, Seahawks, Rams, 49ers, they're playing all very well, all near the top of the conference. And frankly, you see a lot of chinks in the armor of the other teams. Packers lose, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. Lions, struggling a little bit here. And you just got concerns about a lot of the other teams in the NFC. Seahawks are right up there, especially with this trade. Huge trade, huge pickup for their team. Hopefully, it's good enough to put them over the edge and win despite of Sam Darnold. Now, last but not least, let's talk about the Packers. Now, remember, last week, everybody on ESPN and everybody on Fox Sports was saying, hey, if Jordan Love plays like this, they're going to win the Super Bowl. If Jordan Love plays like this, they're going to be so good. Well, I mean, frankly, Jordan Love is just playing like Jordan Love. He did not have a good game. That defense played very well. Giving up 16 points. You can't ask much more of a team than that. And frankly, the Panthers, a little more dangerous than people expected. Actually, 5-4 right now. But come on, Packers, what are we doing? You put up 13 points against the Panthers. 13 points against the Panthers. Now, yes, you did lose your tight end, and honestly, that stinks because he was playing like one of the best, if not the best tight end of the league. And frankly, that's going to be a huge loss for them. But as a team especially that's supposed to be one of, if not the team to beat in the NFC with the Micah Parsons trade, the team that is supposed to be coming into your own, you go and you only put up 13 points against the Panthers? 13? Come on now. Jordan Love doesn't throw a touchdown. throws an interception, only has 273 yards. Frankly, pathetic game. Pathetic game, and this is what I was warning you guys about. Jordan Love has to play better. If you're going to win a Super Bowl, Jordan Love has to play better. He has shown flashes of brilliance, but then you also have some very scary plays. You have him putting the balls into harm's way when you don't need it, and you also have just underperforming against teams that, frankly, you shouldn't even be in competition with. The Panthers should not be beating you. The Panthers should not be holding your offense to 13 points. Your offense is supposed to be a lot better than this. And again, you have to play better. The team as a whole has to play better. You cannot be losing to the Panthers. You're no longer the #1 seed because of this. You have to play better. Now, do I think they will play better as we go forward? Yes. The Packers seem to play better as the year goes on. Jordan Love seems to settle down as the year goes on. Does that mean I think he's going to play well enough to win a Super Bowl? I don't know. I got a lot of concerns. I am not seeing a whole lot of improvement in the category of holding onto the football, of taking care of the football. And frankly, this game right here, we're halfway through the season and we're having a 13-point game against the Panthers. Come on. We have to play better than this. If you're going to win a Super Bowl, you have to start playing better. Your team has to start playing better. And you can't even be upset with the defense. You only gave up 16 points. What are they supposed to do? Are they supposed to hold the Panthers to 10? You know, they can, but also you only put up 13 against the Panthers. Come on, guys. Play better. You have to play better. You have to coach better. You have to put your team in better positions. And it's going to get a lot harder here now without Kraft. That was a huge loss for you guys. Man, that stinks because he was playing very well. He was playing like one of, if not the best tight end in the league. And that stinks. But you still have a lot of talent. And if Jordan Love is the guy, if Jordan Love is going to pull off one of the craziest things in NFL history of winning a Super Bowl in his 6th season with the Packers, just like Aaron Rodgers and just like Brett Favre, he's going to be the one that has to step up. Can he do it? He can. He has shown flashes of brilliance, but there's also a lot to be concerned about. We'll see what happens. That's it for today, guys. Let me know your guys' thought on week 9 of the NFL season, your takeaways, whether you agree, disagree, put it all in the comment section. I'll be replying. And until next time, keep it real.